You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
This is Minidocumentarys. We will talk about the top Crip gangs in Compton. We will start off with the Kelly Park Compton Crips, the African-American street gang known as the Kelly Park Compton Crips, Kelly Park, KPCC, formerly called the Kelly Park Hustler Crips, is situated in the Kelly Park section on the east side of Compton, California. Their territory spans from Alondra Boulevard to Greenleaf Boulevard, with the Atlantic Drive Compton Crips to the west and the neighborhood Compton Crips to the east, posing as their adversaries. During the 1980s, the Kelly Park Compton Crips, neighborhood Compton Crips, and Atlantic Drive Compton Crips formed a close alliance and frequently gathered at Kelly Park on Caldwell Street, between Harris Avenue and Castlegate Avenue. However, with the emergence of the crack epidemic in Compton, this alliance crumbled, turning former allies into enemies and enemies into allies. By the mid-1990s, the Kelly Park Compton Crips and neighborhood Compton Crips referred to their unofficial alliance as Kelly Park Neighborhood. However, they found themselves engaged in a full-fledged war against each other, alongside the Atlantic Drive Compton Crips. Notably, the gang had affiliations with renowned rapper Eazy-E of Ruthless Records, a co-founder of Gangsta Rap. Other entertainers associated with the Kelly Park Crips include AWOL, R.I.P., from Bloods and Crips, as well as Tweety Bird Loc and MC Ren. Next, the Southside Compton Crips, SSCC, also referred to as the Southside Crips, SSC, or the Double S Gang, are a well-known African-American street gang located on the east side in the southeast area of Compton, California. They have gained international recognition for their involvement in high-profile murders, such as those of rapper Tupac Shakur and Yaton Price, the sister of tennis players Venus and Serena Williams. Despite being situated on the east side of Compton, the gang identifies with the south side due to their territory being in the southern part of the city. Members often wear clothing featuring the Seattle Mariners logo with the letter S representing their affiliation with the Southside Crips. The gang is made up of various smaller groups, including the Burr Street Crew, Glencoe Avenue, and the A-Line, Alondra Boulevard. The neighborhood spans from Compton Boulevard to Greenleaf Boulevard, between Long Beach Boulevard and Santa Fe Avenue. Their territory lies north of the 91, Gardena, Freeway and to the west of their longtime allies, the Atlantic Drive Compton Crips. This partnership is known as Southside Atlantic Drive or South Atlantic. These two groups, along with the Atlantic Drive Crips, are the only Crips to associate themselves with the South Side. Next, the Santana Blocc Compton Crips, also known as the Santana Boys, is a predominantly African-American street gang located on the east side of Compton, California. This gang was formed when two separate gangs, Midtown and Oak Park Boys, merged into one. The original founder, Kim Bullet Tate, had the vision of bringing these two gangs together, but unfortunately, he was killed by a member of the Looters Park Pyru in 1978. Kenneth Turtle Johnson, a former member of the Oak Park Boys, took on Bullet's plans and successfully united the two gangs, creating the Santana Blocc Compton Crips. Under the leadership of Kenneth Turtle Johnson, the Santana Blocc engaged in conflicts with various Pyru gangs in Compton, particularly the Looters Park Pyrus, Elm Street Pyru, Mob Pyrus, and Cross Atlantic Pyrus. By the 1980s, the Santanas posed a significant threat to any gang that opposed them. In 1989, Kenneth Turtle Johnson was ambushed and killed in Linwood, California, leading to controversy and myths surrounding his untimely death. Frederick Baby Gangster Staves, who co-founded the term CC Riders, is associated with the Santana Blocc Compton Crips. Their territory spans from Rosecrans Avenue to Pine Street, between Alameda Street and Long Beach Boulevard, west of the Compton Fashion Center, Compton Swat Meet. Parts of their neighborhood overlap with the Elm Street Pyrus territory. Next, Park Village Compton Crips. Who knows Roddy Rich? He is from the Park Village Compton Crips and shot a couple music videos there. The Park Village Compton Crips, also referred to as the Ya Gang, are an African-American and Samoan gang situated on the west side of Compton, California. Their territory spans from Compton Boulevard to Alondra Boulevard, with the core of their neighborhood revolving around the Wilmington Arms housing apartments on Laurel Street, between Wilmington Avenue and Center Street. Coral Street serves as the epicenter of the Wilmington Arms. The gang derives its name from the Park Village housing project, which they control. Members of Park Village often colloquially refer to Compton as Yampton. They also oversee the Hub City Plaza on Wilmington Avenue and Compton Boulevard. Their factions include the 700 Block, Laurel Street, Wax Side, Samoan Side, and various other cliques. The Samoan Side represents the Polynesian/Samoan members who align with the Park Village's gang, leading to conflicts with the Sons of Samoa, a Samoan Crip gang based in Long Beach. The tragic incident at New Wilmington Arms, David James Livingston, also known as Goldie from the Park Village gang, was found guilty of the killings of Remigio Malineo, 49, and Rodrigo Paz, 62, along with 3 attempted murder charges and 1 count of firearm possession by a felon. 2 of the attempted murder charges involved security guards wounded in a January 1999 attack, while the 3rd stemmed from a separate incident the previous year, where a rival gang member was shot. Next, the Nutty Blocc Compton Crips, NBCC, is an active African-American street gang situated on the west side of Compton, California. One of the main rappers there is Geechi Gotti. They operate within a specific area in Compton, stretching from Central Avenue to Wilmington, between Greenleaf and Alondra Boulevard. This neighborhood is positioned to the west of the ATF gangs and to the east of the Santana Block Compton Crips. Members of this gang are often seen wearing clothing or apparel associated with the New York Yankees or featuring the letters New York, which symbolize Nutty. Their primary factions are located on 166th Street and 165th Street, between Hilford Street and Northwood Avenue. The Grandee Apartments, situated within their territory on Grandee Avenue, serve as their known gathering spot. The Nutty Blocc Crips gained recognition through their inclusion in Repio Set, a compilation album/DVD project by Records. Next, the Acacia Block Compton Crips, ABCC, is a predominantly African-American street gang situated in Compton, California. Their territory spans from West Alondra Boulevard to Greenleaf Boulevard, located between Willowbrook Avenue and Oleander Avenue. The Acacia Block Compton Crips are affiliated with the ATF Alliance, which includes the Spooktown Compton Crips and the Farm Dog Compton Crips. This coalition is recognized as the ATF or the ATF Gang, representing Acacia/Town/Farm, ATF. They derive their name from a residential street within their community known as Acacia Avenue, positioned between Oleander Avenue and Willowbrook Avenue. In terms of media coverage, the Acacia Block Compton Crips were showcased on the National Geographic television series LA Gang Wars. The show also highlighted prominent members of the gang such as OG Pooh and Big Tank. The History Channel has characterized the Acacia Block Crips as one of LA's smaller gangs, surviving through brutality and strategic alliances with larger gangs. Next, the Spooktown Compton Crips, STCC, are an African-American street gang located on the east side of Compton, California. Their territory stretches from Alondra Boulevard to Artesia Boulevard. The heart of their neighborhood is around Tamarind Avenue, between Willowbrook Avenue and Alameda Street. They are east of their allies, Acacia Block Compton Crips and Farm Dog Compton Crips. This alliance is known as the ATF, Acacia/Town/Farm, or the ATF Gang. Members are known to wear brown articles of clothing attached with the classic Crip color, blue. The Spooktown's Compton Crips have been active since the 1970s and are one of the first Crip gangs to form in the city of Compton. They are involved in drug trafficking, robbery, extortion, burglary, and murder. Their main clique is the 1200 Block, Tamarind Avenue and Titchener Street. Next, the original fronted Compton Crips, OFHCC, is an African-American street gang located on the west side of Compton. They are situated to the west of the Pocket Hood Compton Crips and to the east of the West Side Piru. Their territory spans from West 130th Street to 138th Street, with Wilmington Avenue to the Compton Creek serving as their boundary. The front hoods are renowned for managing and overseeing multiple drug houses. 134th Street gained notoriety for the distribution and sale of phencyclidine, sherm, during the 1980s to 1990s. Other significant streets within their area include 133rd Street and 130th Street. Next, the original pocket hood Compton Crips, OPHCC, also referred to as the Corner Pocket Crips, CPC, is an African-American street gang located on the east side of Compton, California. Established in the 1970s, they emerged alongside the Santana Blocc Crips and various other Compton Crips. Their territory spans from Wilmington Avenue to Willowbrook Avenue, situated between 130th Street and Stockwell Avenue. The gang is divided into cliques such as East 130th Street, 1300 Block, known as the O Block or 0 Ne Tre O, Shower Street, 2100 Block, East Nord Street, Nord Block, and Lucien St. L Block. Nord Street gained notoriety for its prominent marijuana operation known as the Chronic Spot. Next, the Tragnew Park Compton Crips, TPCC, are a predominantly African-American street gang situated on the west side of Compton, California. Their territory spans from 154th Street to Alondra Boulevard, between Central Avenue and Clymar Avenue. The gang takes its name from the well-known Tragnew Park, a public park located on Central Avenue, between Alondra Boulevard and 159th Street. Established in the 1970s as the Tragnew Park Crips, they have been active since the 1980s. The Tragnew Park Crips gained national recognition due to their ties with MC8, a rapper who is also a prominent member of Compton Most Wanted, a rap group. On May 24, 2009, the Tragnew Park Crips made headlines following the tragic shooting of Danny Farber, a high school football player, wide receiver, inside a Louisiana fried chicken restaurant situated on Central Avenue and Rosecrans Avenue. This location is considered the dividing line between the West Side Pirates, 145 Neighborhood Pirates, and the Campanella Park Pirates. Accompanied by his girlfriend at the time of the incident, Danny Farber was only 18 years old when he lost his life. The police arrested 21-year-old Arlon Watson, a member of the Tragnew Park Compton Crips, who was subsequently sentenced to 80 years in prison for the crime. The Anzac Grape Compton Crips, AGCC, are a small African-American street gang located on the north side of Compton, Willowbrook District, California. Their territory stretches from 131st Street to Stockwell Street, between Wilmington Avenue and Paulson Avenue. They have a close alliance with the Pocket Hood Compton Crips and the Santana Blocc Compton Crips. They are named after two residential streets known as Grape Avenue and Anzac Avenue, which is also considered Corner Pocket Crips territory. Next, the original Swamp Compton Crips, OSCC, previously known as the original Swamp Boys, are predominantly an African-American street gang located in West Rancho Dominguez, formerly West Compton, California. Even though they are based in Rosewood, they proudly represent the Compton Crips, CC Riders. The original Swamp Crips have a long history dating back to the late 1960s or early 1970s, making them one of the oldest street gangs. They identify with the color green and observe St. Patrick's Day, March 14th, as their hood day. Green graffiti is prevalent in their territory, symbolizing the color of swamp water. Their neighborhood spans around 154th Street, from Redondo Beach Boulevard to East Alondra Boulevard. They are located south of Campanella Park Pirates and north of the Lantana Blocc Compton Crips. The name of the gang reflects the vegetation and desolate landscape, reminiscent of wetlands and swamps, that characterize their territory. Next, the Carver Park Compton Crips, an African-American street gang, are situated on the east side of Compton, California, Willowbrook, Los Angeles. They are recognized as one of the most active street gangs in Compton, with their territory spanning from 118th Street to 126th Street between Wilmington Avenue and Central Avenue. The gang derives its name from George Washington Carver Park, located on Success Avenue between 118th Street and 120th Street. Dee's Liquor, also referred to as Dee's Liquor and Market or the Four Store, is positioned on Wilmington Avenue between 124th Street and 123rd Street. This corner store is a popular spot within the gang's area and frequented by its members. However, D's liquor store is predominantly known for incidents involving rival gangs, shootings, and gang-related homicides. It is located 2 blocks south of Martin Luther King Hospital, King Drew Medical Center, also known as Killer King, which specializes in treating gunshot wounds. Next, the Mona Park Compton Crips, MPCC, is predominantly an African-American street gang situated on the east side in the unincorporated community of Willowbrook and Compton, California. Their territory spans from 118th Street to 125th Street, encompassing both sides of the Compton Blue Line train tracks along Willowbrook Avenue.